Today marks 1 week since those deadly spa shootings that took place in Georgia, and now sadly another mass shooting to report, this one at a Colorado supermarket.
At least 10 people are dead, and police in Boulder have one person in custody. This morning, learning more about one of the victims, police officer Eric Talley, who authorities say was the first to arrive at that scene.
12 News reporter KAYLA joins us from the Breaking News Center with the new early morning details.
Hey, good morning. Last night, a procession escorted the body of 51-year-old Eric Talley through the streets of the city of Boulder. He was an 11-year veteran of the Boulder Police Department and a father of 7. And he's being remembered as a hero. Police say he was the first officer to arrive at the scene of that shooting Monday afternoon. And authorities say his quick response and the response of other officers prevented more lives from being lost. Now, police have not yet identified the other 9 victims or the person authorities say was taken into custody following the shooting that has shaken the community. Witnesses said the shooting began outside the store. Then the gunman went inside and kept shooting. The district attorney for Boulder County called the incident a tragedy and a nightmare.
These were people going about their day, doing their food shopping, and their lives were cut abruptly and tragically short. I promise the victims and the people of the state of Colorado that we will secure justice and do everything we must do to get justice in this case.
And later this morning, we'll hear more from the witnesses at the scene yesterday. But this morning, there are still more questions than answers. Investigators are now working to determine what prompted this incident, including a possible motive. And Boulder police say they will be issuing an update in the case later on this morning at 8:30 Mountain Time. That equates to 10:30 here. That's the latest at the Breaking News Center. I'm KAYLA Fish, 12 News.
We continue to track the very latest on a breaking story from last night, a supermarket shooting in Colorado. There is a suspect in custody. 10 people, though, sadly, were killed at this Boulder business you're looking at right here, including a Colorado police officer.
The incident leaving witnesses and the community stunned, of course. KAYLA Fish joins us live from the Breaking News Center with new reaction this morning from eyewitnesses.
Well, this morning we're learning new details about the response to the deadly shooting at a supermarket in Boulder, Colorado, including what police were learning as that situation unfolded. Take a listen.
County intent report of a possible active shooter at King Soopers, 3600 Table Mesa Drive. The back part of the store has not been cleared, and is reported of an automatic rifle being used.
Now, what you just heard was police scanner traffic from Monday afternoon when police say they began receiving 911 calls about shots fired at that supermarket. Police from all over rushed to the scene, including Boulder officer Eric Talley, an 11-year veteran of the department. Authorities say he was one of 10 victims killed at the scene. Again, a suspect is now in custody, and authorities say the public is no longer in danger. But the shooting having a lasting impact on those who witnessed what happened.
Shots just started going off, and I said, "That's a gun," and Nicholas hit the floor, and I ducked down, and I just started listening for the direction, and he was heading towards us, and he shot twice in our direction, and I thought he was going to shoot my son.
Police have not yet released the identity of the person who they have in custody in connection with this incident. Now, the state of Colorado has seen several mass shootings in the past, including the 1999 Columbine High massacre, as well as the Aurora Theater shooting in 2012. And of course, this incident comes less than a week after 8 people were killed in shootings in Atlanta. I'm KAYLA Fish, 12 News.